Eliza grew up in an average Hungarian neighborhood with his parents and his 3 other sisters, Hilda, Bea, and Sapor. He lived the life of an average 12-year-old boy, attending school and praying at dusk. Until one day in 1944 when the Germans came. Eventually 2 ghettos were set up in Sighet and they were forced to live in barbed wire ghettos. Life was getting back to normal until his father was informed that they were getting deported. 80 people were cramped into one boxcar with little food and having to relieve themselves in the corner due to no one being able to get out. After weeks on the train, they had finally arrived in Auschwitz. The men and women were separated, leaving Eliza alone with just his dad and never seeing his mother and sisters again. Eliza and his father were seconds away from being made to jump into the crematory, but were told to turn around. He then loses all faith in God. Eliza and his father both get put in Bana, where they count electrical fittings. There they have to deal with Edic, who beats Eliza for what he's seen, and for Nick the prison foreman, who wants Eliza's gold crown, so he beats his dad until he gives it to him. Soon another selection is announced, and Eliza is chosen to work at another unit, but his father was considered too weak to work and was to be executed. But then a miracle happens, and a second selection is done. His father makes it. Eliza goes to the hospital because he has a swollen foot and hears a rumor that the Russian army is coming. The Germans decide to evacuate the camp, and Eliza and his father chose to go with them, thinking that the people left in the infirmary would be put to death, but they later learned that those who stayed were freed. Eliza and his father must run through the cold to get to their new location. After days of running, they reach Bitswick camp. There they have another selection where his father is chosen to die, but they sneak over to the side where the selected men are. The prisoners have to get back in boxcars where they fight to the death over small amounts of food. When they arrive at Buchenwald, 12 out of 100 men were still alive. Eliza's father gets dynasty and is soon sent to the crematory where he dies. Eliza isn't saddened by this but relieved. Since the American army was approaching, the Nazis decide to annihilate all the Jews left in the camp. Before they can kill everyone on April 11th, the American army arrives at Buchenwald, freeing all the prisoners.